Well, I guess describe what happened.
I would have to say that I was really young because I know I was living with my grandmother. So I had to be in between the age of like 4 and 8.
4 and 8. Okay.
Yeah,
And where did this happen at? In New York?
in New York.
Okay. All right. And you're a black female?
Yeah.
Okay. You know, we really hear stories about this from black folks.
Yes, absolutely.
Not saying it doesn't happen, but just putting it out there to the audience that's listening right now. So
Absolutely.
I guess tell me what you recollect and how it all transpired and what made you remember it and things of that nature. All right.
Well, I would have to say because I was so young that it was impressionable. It was something that I would never forget, and I've always like periodically remembered it, and maybe told people during my life or whatever that I felt like I was abducted.
Right.
And I was a child at the time, and what happened was what I remember was being like laying down. All I remember around it was like silver.
Right. But where did this happen at? I guess that's what I'm like. Where did it happen? Was it at your house?
Oh no, I wasn't at the house. You saying where was I at when I went to sleep?
No, where was it when it? Where you felt it happened at? Was it at home? Was it?
No, I felt like I was wherever they were.
Right.
Yeah, so I can't say I was like in space.
No. This is what I mean.
Okay.
When from what you remember, did this take place at your house?
Oh yes, it was in my house, in my room.
Okay, that's what I was trying to find out. Where it's okay. So go ahead, tell me your story because this is an incredible story.
Okay, and I remember opening up my eyes, or at least thinking that I opened up my eyes and saw like a lot of metal,
right,
silver color metal, and light. And I couldn't tell you as far as what I seen, but you know how later when you see people's stories and things like that, you're like, did I ever see a big head? I can't tell you that.
Right.
I didn't know. I felt like I was being looked over and probed.
Right.
I mean, it felt like as if my head, and it was only like the back of my head. Like, so I'm laying down and let's say I'm like in a chair type of, I was like in a recliner type of chair. And it was as if there was something coming out the back of my head as they were looking at me.
Right. Do you remember them saying anything to you or anything of that nature?
No. Nothing. But I recall waking up, or at least trying to remember what happened, where it made me want to look at my whole entire body to see if there was any markings.
Did you find any markings?
No.
You didn't?
No. I didn't.
So at what age did you start to believe that this might have been something that really happened to you?
I guess, okay, so the sense that I got after this experience was that I was a chosen one.
Right.
As a child, like, in a sense, like, I couldn't die.
Right.
That's what I felt. So, for example, that movie came out, Women of Brewster Place. And I know I was young. I'm not sure what year that came out, but whatever year that came out, let's say I watched it the following year or two. Mind you, I was born in 1978. And you know how the little girl had stuck a fork in the plug?
Right.
In the socket?
Right.
And so I was like, let me just see it. Let me just test this, my feeling.
I mean, you saying you did this for real?
Yeah, in real life. And so I took a key actually, and I went and put the key in the socket to see if I would be electrocuted. Right. And I didn't get electrocuted. It actually just made this noise like,
Really?
And I'm like, what? And so I did it again. I put it in the other hole.
Right.
And it said, and I'm like, what? And And so, I never told anybody until I got a little older.
Right.
And so I felt like, throughout the times that I could have been dead or an accident or something, like, for instance, I had this one glitch when I was in college. Me and a friend were in a car, and we was at a 4-way intersection.
Mm-hmm.
And we took off, because the light turned green. Right. And I swear to God, this 18-wheeler truck or some type of big truck came right. It should have been through us. Right. And it was like a glitch that happened, like basically enough to like skip me forward to get through this light. And it was like we just looked at each other. We was like, oh my God, did you see this? Like the truck didn't even stop, and the glitch, basically put us across the street.
So go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Finish.
That's just one of. Then I had. And as far as when I got in my grown life,
right. Now this is in your 20s or 30s. You talking when you say your grown life?
Yeah, I was about 28.
Right.
28. I start praying. I start seeking. From the universe. Asking questions. Right. Not necessarily like praying to God, but just the universe, like the stars and everything. Like I'm outside, I'm meditating, all this other kind of stuff. Mm-hmm. And I started having dreams, and I can only remember 2. Okay. And so the first dream was it was like an apocalypse type of dream. Right. And it was like hailing and everything. And I had 2 kids in the back, and I didn't have kids at the time. But I'm like, I had these 2 kids in the back, and we're like dodging this hail like the size of golf balls. And next thing you know, like the next scene, I'm in this building where a piece of the wall is torn off, where you can see like the tsunami type coming at you. Right. And I'm on the side of the building with like, let's say only like 10, maybe 12 people are. Right. And on the other side, when I look across, it's like the majority of people like scared. Everybody's scared though. Mm-hmm. And let's say it was probably like 75 people on that side. And do you know that this tsunami came and washed out everybody on the right side? Right. And the side that I was on, it was, nothing. And so,
what do you think that has significance with?
I felt like, again, like I'm like a chosen one, or I will be in that number. Mm-hmm. If anything happens or whatever, like I'll be saved. Right.
So. And so. Mm-hmm. So when did you? So this happened when you was 4. You said about 4 or 6.
Yeah, about 4 or 5. Uh-huh.
4 or 5 years
4 or 6.
old.
Mm-hmm.
Do you still relive that time, 4 or 5? Like, does that still come back to your recollection, to your memory, and at times, or no?
No. I just had just another apocalyptic dream. Mm-hmm. And I saw like the UFO. At that point, this is when I seen the aliens, or I felt like I seen.
Okay, go ahead. Tell me about that, because that's what I'm interested in hearing.
Okay, and so with this one, they actually came in the house. Like all you could see first, was like lasers outside, just destruction. Right. And I'm like trying to hide and everything, and then they come in the house. Right. And I'm like, oh my God, they're coming, they're going to kill everything. And they see me and they're like, well, they don't say anything, but I'm feeling like they said, I won't be left. Like, don't worry, I won't be left. And so it was at that point that, let's say the next scene was, here I am getting on this spaceship that's waiting for me, that is silver and has red lights coming through the windows.
Right. Now, do you recollect what these I guess these beings look like?
They were little. They wasn't like human sized. They were like medium sized.
Okay, like kids.
Yeah.
Size of a 6-7-year-old child.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Exactly. And so here I am meditating. I'm outside, and I wanted to ask the universe, is this true? Like, did this really happen? Talk to me, type of thing.
Right.
And then, oh my gosh, I promise you, after about 15 minutes, I just see shooting stars all over the place.
Mm.
And I'm like, I just start smiling because I'm like, I know they are communicating with me. They are entertaining me. They are letting me know that it's real.
Right.
And I want to say for a whole 6 months, and I was actually married at the time, and so it was me and my husband at the time,
right.
And he's a witness to every time we went outside to speak to the universe, we would see either shooting stars or moving stars or falling stars.
Right.
Or things just shoot across the sky. And this was in North Carolina, in Wendell, North Carolina.
Mm.
Yes. Even when we went on a cruise ship, we waited until they stacked up the beach chairs at night. Let's say it's in the middle of the night, like probably 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. Mm-hmm. And we got up on the beach chairs or whatever, did the same thing. And this was like in the Bahamas. Same thing. Shooting stars within 10, 15 minutes.
Right. And so, so what did, you fully believe this is something that happened to you?
Absolutely.
And do you think that these dreams are recalling the real life instances that took place? Or do you think that like your memory is jarring back what really happened with you? Or...
Yeah, I wanted to like see a clairvoyant about it, just to see if I had a past life experience or
right.
What is this connected to? Because I ended up having 2 kids. I had, let's say, like a gypsy woman. I had at least 3 people in my life, like when I was in my 20s, up until 25 or something, that I was going to have a boy.
Right.
They would just come up to me and say, "You're going to have a boy." And one person told me I was sick in the stomach too.
Right.
And so when I had my daughter first, I started crying. I was like, "What? I'm having a girl. I was told I was going to have a boy. What do you mean?"
Right.
And so the doctor's like, "It's okay, it's okay, blah, blah, blah." Because I didn't even think I could have kids because I had kids late,
Right.
I was like 30, 35 actually.
Oh, okay.
And so then I got pregnant after 9 months, and that was my boy. Now, mind you, when I was reading, I came across a name that I was supposed to name my son that I felt like came from the God.
Right.
By learning the definition of the syllables.
Right.
And so I came up with Sarah.
Okay.
And the meaning of Sarah being, Sir being priest, high one, the one, and then Ra being son, S-U-N or S-O-N.
Right.
So I felt like I'm going to make sure that I pray and give, my son back over to God, to the universe, and that they protect him and lead his way. So we'll find out, what his story is.
Right.
So I felt like he was a blessing.
So let me ask you this question. What did your family, how long did it take you to feel comfortable to start talking about this experience you believe to be real?
I actually never really talked about it except for with my husband, because he was into the same, like he had the same belief system.
Right.
That he believed that it was other things out there besides just human beings.
Right.
So it was easy to kind of let myself go.
So
with meditation and everything.
Since the 4 and 5 year old where you felt you was abducted, did it happen any other time in your life from your recollection? Outside of the signs and I guess signals that you feel like you're getting?
No, besides just I can't tell you how long, but in my grown life, besides being woke up at 3 o'clock exactly in the morning for years.
Mm-hmm.
For years, exactly at 3 o'clock. Like I would look at my phone and I knew. Well, I actually ended up talking to somebody about it. And he was like, "Well, that's when you need to pray."
Right. Right.
And so that's when I started to do it. Whenever I wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning, it could be 3, maybe 3:03, because I ain't wake up. Open up my eyes and look at the clock.
Right.
But I would definitely pray at that point.
So, do you have any heightened senses or anything like that? Did anything change with you? You think, I know you were young at the time.
Yeah.
So do you feel you have any gifts or anything out of the ordinary that most normal people might not have the ability to do?
I feel like I can sense a spirit if they're around. My brother passed about 5 years ago. And he knows, like, I'm scared to death of, like, the unknown, because I do believe in it and everything. But I feel like I have a feeling when he is around, I'll get real scared.
Okay.
Really.
So you haven't found any marks on your body or anything like that. So what you when you contacted me, what made you contact me?
I just felt like, I didn't know how significant my story was, especially compared to other people.
Right.
But, people probably could have the same type of similarities. And I feel like, ultimately we are all interconnected.
Right.
One form or fashion, especially consciously.
Right.
So I just wanted to share.
So anything that you saw in Janet's video about her abduction, some of the things felt the same?
No, well, she made me feel like it was insignificant.
Right.
Because she lost time.
Right.
She said she had lost time. I don't recall that, and my experience was...
You was 4 or 5 years old, though, so she was 22. It's a different, you're trying to... Have you ever been regressed?
I felt like I had this one dream that I'll never forget.
Right, so you have never been kind of taken back like a light hypnotist to see if your story is what it is.
That's what I think is missing, because I promise you, I think I was a substance abuser in my past life, and I was like really like just that off.
Now you said the world has, in my message, I'm reading your message. You said it's the humble, curious parapsychology in me.
Yeah, that's what made me go. I picked psychology as my undergrad in college.
Right, and then you said the world has so many dimensions, and some people who have had near-death experiences have seen them and heard them and felt them. And that's your belief. So you feel like you talked about that glitch with the truck, and you're explaining it like if the truck basically went through y'all without hitting y'all. That's what you were saying.
Absolutely.
And the person that was in the car can verify that with you?
Oh, yeah. Actually, he just walked in the house.
Right. Okay. And so do you think that was part of your abduction experience that gave that ability to happen?
Only because since then I've always felt like I'm like not to worry about my death.
Right. Right.
Like there's a purpose for me, I would say. There's a purpose. Right.
So have you tried to seek other people that kind of went through similar experiences and talk to them and you guys?
No, the only thing was, just be watching the near-death experiences like on the TV or whatever. But other than that...
well, I want to share something with you about Janet because she also shared a near-death experience with me as well. And she actually died. And they had brought her back to life, and it happened to her 3 times in her life. So that is something that you guys share together in regards to those that kind of similar scenario, as well as the feeling of being abducted and trying to remember these things. Do you think people think you crazy?
Yes.
What about your family? You said you never really shared it with your family.
Well, I mean, only because like when I tell my mom these things, like she'll say I'm crazy, but the crazy thing is that she's had experiences with spirits herself, so she believed it.
Right.
But
hers is with spirits, but yours you feel was with an extraterrestrial.
Exactly. Yeah, mine was UFO. As a matter of fact, well, when computers first came out, back in when I started college in 1997,
right,
96. I started getting real deep in the computer and, looking at information. And it was this guy that was, telling his story and everything. And I'm like, oh my gosh. I was like, he has a story here. He's talking about how he had to leave his job and everything because he was trying to expose this information about his experiences with UFOs.
Right.
And my computer shut down. And so I remember calling my dad, who works, he's military police, and I'm like scared, like, Dad, it is true, I told you, so I've shared things, what I believed in the past, because when I'll express other people's stories, they'll be like, okay,
Right.
But I felt like even with my computer being shut down, when I was seeking
the information,
that it was like taboo or something.
Right. Well, I appreciate you sharing your story on my new series, Incredible Stories. I think that's something that people will take a listen to and leave their comments and, tell you what they think of your story. But I do appreciate you giving me the time to at least give it some exposure and some light.
Absolutely. Thank you.
All right. Thank you.
Take care.
All right.
Bye-bye. Bye.